Technical difficulties announcement. Ursa's microphone had serious problems when recording this episode. In fact, it got completely borked. Ursa needed to use a backup microphone to record the voice-over for this episode. It's gonna sound weird. It's gonna sound less good. Apologies in advance. Things should return to normal the following episode. Thank you for your patience. Enjoy the episode.
Hey elders, and welcome back. Welcome back to the pit of the Darkest Sanguine Stank Estate. Yeah, things is going. Well, folks, it happened again. I managed to somehow not manage to record my speakage audio for this. This is going to be post hoc, ex-post commentary, maybe making fun of my own decisions, who knows, but what we're going to do this week is we're going to go into the courtyard. We have a special trinket coming in. We do have flagellants. It doesn't seem like the world's greatest trinkets, but it is available. We do run flagellants a lot, so probably not a bad investment overall in getting that stuff done. So this is going to be our crew. Basically, we're going to take in, and we're taking a flexible crew that can function from nearly any position and can do nearly anything. That way, we don't know what's waiting here. I have no idea. I didn't watch any videos, so I'm just trying to kind of hedge my bet. So we have something to stop blight, stop bleeds. We have a stun, and we can use this from any position, practically speaking, the stun at least. We have a stun trinket and a move trinket to help that stun ability go off. We got bleeds here. We got finale in case we get shifted around, and stress relief if we get shifted to the back row. So this is where we got blights, we got bleeds, we got stress relief, and we got positional functionality, basically. So our first two folks here, and we're going to keep doing that. We got a flagellant. Fishhead is going to do our healing. The usual bit, he heals from nearly any position. So again, very flexible, but also provides some extra bleeds in a pinch, but primarily going to be doing healing. And rather than a Crusader, we took a Man-at-Arms. Endymion Dragon's going to be doing his work, primarily because he has an extra stun. He has a crush that can hit the first 3 rows rather than the first 2 like a Crusader. He's got Defend, which is useful, and the ever-valuable Riposte. We gave him the Focus Ring because he has the lowest accuracy of the bunch, and the Stun Trinket to make his stun just that little bit better. So again, not sure what we're going to face here, but like I said, we have a crew that's capable of kind of doing anything, really. Making sure we can apply blights, making sure we can apply bleeds, and if we get shuffled around, we have functionality. So that's the most important thing. So we're going to jump in, we're going to see what this new area looks like. I'm very excited because it's been a long time since Darkest Dungeon got this big of a change, so I'm kind of really curious how it's going to shake out. We may die horribly, we may not. We'll find out. So torches, we're destroying the thronging hives, I remember. So this is the quest item that we're probably going to need for that, kind of like the Holy Relics quests or whatever. So we're going to over-provision a bit, because I don't know the run. I don't know how this is like. It's short, but like I said, on new stuff that's supposed to be a little harder than the baseline stuff, I'm going to over-provision a bit. Some extra torches, probably a full stack of food. I was thinking about bringing the blood, but I'm like, you know what, I don't even know what the hell that does yet. So I'm not going to bother, but I'm going to grab a laudanum in case there's a horror effect, I think. I think we're going to grab a little bit of everything, practically speaking. 2 shovels just in case there's obstructions. That seems like a good bet for a short one. We have medicinal herbs already, so I'm going to pull that out, actually. I'm just going to take a little bit of everything. So we have an anti-venom for free. Grab a bandage. We'll grab a key in case it's something useful. Laudanum and a holy water. Because you just don't know what we're going to face here, so. And I don't want to over-provision too much, but that should be enough. But the core is there. The shovels, the torches, the food. Let's see what happens.
The courtyard and gardens surrounding the manor were once a point of pride for the diligent custodians I employed. Great banquets and lavish social affairs were hosted here under the stars. Despite the expectation of propriety normally ascribed to those in our position, we mocked the stoic melancholy of the moss-covered fountains and cherubic statues, our salacious trysts half hidden in the hedgerows, our morality slipping ever deeper into the mud.
Gotta love alliteration, man. Good stuff. This narration is not slackened.
Soaked and sinking, these stone terraces and sprawling gardens were the site of long-forgotten revelry and well-remembered regret.
Alrighty, so this looks kinda like it's one of those special missions like we get from the Wolf guy when he attacks, or Darkest Dungeon. There's just one path, it seems. There seems to be a baseline light here, so clearly I'm thinking at this point, like, really, I brought all these fucking torches. What do they do? And I tried them, and could use them. And it does give us accuracy for a battle, which is not awful, but it's also not awesome. So whatever. No biggie. We didn't provision properly, because like I said, this is all new to me. So we're learning as we go here. And we've got someone who wants to touchy. And we cut a finger in a mandible. We resisted the bleed. Hey, well, there's that. Definitely, I think maybe a bandage would have been good there, I'm not sure. First fight with a supplicant and a manservant. He serves man. And he grows. Creepy, right? Like, he got fatter. He got fatter. That's scary. These things are very blight resistant, it appears. Very blight resistant, but not very bleed resistant. So, already kind of regretting in a way bringing the plague doctor around, but okay, we got a guaranteed bleed off of that crit. Not too shabby. We can try for the noxious blast, or we can just stun. It's almost not worth it in a way, but whatever. We'll stun this guy, so it doesn't do much, hopefully. And he resisted the stun because I forgot to mention these get 150 stun resist. So he don't stun much. And we got the Crimson Curse, the disease. I'm going to keep it at base with the blood. So, well, interesting. Who knows how the hell that functions exactly, but we need to kill these guys anyway, so let's just get to it. We're probably going to punish here, because we haven't really taken much damage at all. It's only just a 4 pop there, and we're kind of okay. Can you bleed? He is bleeding on a 4. It's a very strong and powerful bleed. That is indeed a powerful bleed. So we can probably get an easy kill in Retribution here. It's a minimum 2 if we hit, so that's definitely a kill. And this is just in case something weird happens and they manage to heal up or something. I want to make sure I have my options available. And we're going to heal up ourselves a little bit, take some damage.
Slowly.
We're okay.
Gently. This is
We're going to reduce stress here. We're going to try to keep stress at a manageable level. Again, I'm not sure if stress is going to be a major factor in this dungeon, but having the Jester along is going to make this a lot simpler. So, you know what? I'm going to take it.
On its own.
Ah, it cuts on its own. March, friends. They look like March fiends. We got some more food, so hey, you know, that's great. Gotta be over-provisioned on food. Let's see, I do like the ambiance, though. The gates, they all have the very unique look. I got 3 of these sons of bitches. We've got this thing, Maddening Wine. And that's stress. Ah, yes, that's stress. But these guys bleed. They do bleed. We can go ahead and try to harvest. Crits all over. Double bleeds, nice. Bleed for extra long, though kind of a weak bleed, honestly. I was going to go and reclaim here, try to minimize some of the damage, but I think it would be more efficient just to try to get a kill. We take that much less incoming, ideally. We get the bleed, we got the bleed. So he's dead, nothing needs doing with him. Pre-digestion. Ew. That is a blight, so that's handy. We can try and stun out so we don't do as much, which is probably the best move here. Is that what I do, or do I try to remove the blight? I think we stun out. I remove the blight. Alright, because I remembered they were stun resistant. That's right, I wasn't being an idiot this time. But I will be again soon, trust me. For some reason it took me, I think I remember a couple of fights to remember that these dudes are just, they're stun resistant. Just don't bother stunning them. Just don't bother. And ignoring the mark. And attacking the Plague Doctor. And we resisted the Crimson Curse. Yay!
The slow death.
It has been resisted.
Unforgiving.
The thirst. There you go, Repose already showing its value. I'm a big... Oh, and he heals. Oh yeah, that's great. Just like the other guy. When they feed, they heal. Yeah, but more importantly, Riposte already showing its value. I'm a big believer in the value of Riposte, honestly. It's like a hugely beneficial thing. I think it's a good feature to have on your units, and I use it regularly. I mean, it's basically what almost tanked us through the Darkest Dungeon last time. Which is the first era, if I remember correctly. But yeah, we resisted the Blight. It was a 50-50 at best. Not awesome. We need to start healing now, because we are starting to take a little more damage. So let's get Flagellant doing what a Flagellant does, which is healing and flagellating. Get some bleeds. There's a resist, which is irritating. He's only at 2 bleed, so we need to do some more damage to that guy. We can try to defend, or we can hit something. But I think it's worth it to try to get a kill. And we got a kill, which is all well and good.
No quarter.
So we can do some pre-digestion. And there's a nice dodge. Very, very good. What else we got? Bombing run. Oh, and he's fat, he gets to do bombing runs. Ow. Nasty. Nasty bleeds. Nasty bleeds all around. Oh, painful that. So, it seems like it has left us no choice. I kind of want to do more retribution though. The riposte is handy and I want to see if I can get things done, but no one's attacking the marked target anyway, so I guess we'll just go with the stun. We can try to get a bleed off on that guy, which is good. Get some dot damage going. Okay, 3 out of 3, so he should die, barring a healing thing for himself. We need to remove bleeds off a lot of people, so a lot of people are definitely bleeding out right now, which is not great. Go ahead and try to scourge this guy up. Very low damage, but we get a solid bleed, and he resisted, which really sucks. That would have been a kill next turn. Gather blood, and the Crimson Curse. Why not? 2 people with Crimson Curse now. Yay! Oh man, that's some brutal stuff. Brutal stuff can staunch the flow. We cannot staunch it. We can reclaim. We can go ahead and get a heal up. This is going to make the bleed on us stack pretty high, but we resisted, which is good. It makes it nice. I try to resist, remove the bleed here. We're going to leave the bleed on the Flagellant. Obviously, it kind of fuels his low HP abilities. No real reason to attack anything right now in the second row, so we're going to stress relief. If you could have hit the front row, that would have been fab, but we need Jerk Stab for that. Really regretting the fact that we couldn't get a kill there, that the bleed didn't take. That really kind of sucked. Down to 1, and he's not dead yet though. I thought we had another turn on the bleed, so that was obviously a very bad decision. He's probably going to get another go at us, which really sucks. Yeah, that was definitely not the right call to make. We should have just crushed him and call it a day. But then again, we wouldn't have gotten the stress relief. So, half a dozen of one, 6 of the other. It's difficult call. Can't do it to anything blast. We can try Noxious, and 1 damage is enough, so we'll do it. He didn't even get a move. So that, in the end, that worked out, despite it not being, I guess, overall a good piece of judgment on my part. I'm gonna eat some food to top off, because we have a crap ton of food. Make sure that we're still relatively healthy. We got some flimsy people here. And this is the Thronging Hive, obviously the quest item, so we're gonna use the quest item there. Just like all the other bits, and that hive is done for. A pitch-soaked torch, indeed. Doing the work. Alrighty, onward and upward. We don't know what really is waiting for us, so we're gonna keep trying to figure this out. Ooh, a new thingy. We got the blood flowers. Looking at the good stuff. And again, I have no idea what this is active, so I thought maybe bandages so it doesn't bite you. If they're blood flowers, but that did nothing. I like how the words are dripping with blood now that they have the Crimson Curse on them. Are they poisonous? Nope. Do they need to be purified? Nope. So, yeah. That was pretty... Burn them to death? Nope. So, we're just doing this. Apparently, you don't do anything to those, unless there's something I missed. Maybe it's a shovel. I don't know. I probably should have maybe tried the shovel. But we tried 3 of them. It didn't work out. That's usually when I call it quits. Stop investing deeper and just move on with my life. New curio, again, learning what the hell the interactions are. Not sure what this is. I don't know, do we get this one right or not? Ooh, scouting for a little more. We got some battles on the way, got instructions. So again, glad I brought shovels, as usual. What do we have here? Shifting and bulging organisms. Yeah. So I'm like, do we shovel it? Do we holy water it? Do we laudanum it? Do we kill it with fire? And I'm like... let's kill it with fire, and just in case something really bad happens, let's give it to someone who's got a lot of HP. So the man-at-arms is going to walk in with a fire, and so glad we got that one right. So now we know we can actually use the torches for something. That was actually a really sweet relief. I think the first time when I thought I was recording my audio, I was like, yeah! Finally got it right. That was really lucky. And he actually needed some stress relief, so that kind of worked out all the way. But it's just like, who gets to press the new thing? The guy with most HP and the most armor. There's some stress, which I don't mind. I would rather they do stress all day. Like, they could totally do this all freaking day, because I have stress relief, and it doesn't really matter. I cannot reclaim oneself, so go ahead and beat something with the Punish, if you wouldn't mind. Just gotta reduce the amount of damage incoming, because once they get the blood sucked, then it's gonna get a little more problematic.
A powerful blow.
Powerful blow, indeed. As we continue the work, we're going to go ahead and there we go. Reduce the stress a bit. Make everything go hunky-dory and get that stress relief down. That's a guaranteed kill, I think, on the second row already. I'm going to stun out to minimize damage. Normally I'd go Retribution, but in this case, a stun is really easy. It's an easy way of killing stuff, so we're going to do that. Here we're probably going to go for Are we going to try to knock it past them? No. Going for a crit heal potentially. There we go. We got the crit heal, so another stress relief there. Beautifully done.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Remember, it is a slow and insidious killer. We're going to try for another crit heal. Not so much. Well, we can't really hit the front row with anything but the Blight Bomb, and they're not really blightable. We can retribute here, which we will do. I want to see if they actually attack the marked target. Marked target. Here we go again. We're just stress. So stress is very well under control here. So the Jester definitely paying dividends. He bleeds and he stress relieves, which seems to be the two things that are actually happening in this dungeon. There is a little bit of blighting involved, so I guess the Plague Doctor has been useful in that respect, and the stuns have been of middling usefulness. But no, we've put them to use. So I mean, the Plague Doctor's not completely useless. Just half their abilities, not so much really. There's no blight ability here. But we got some blood, so whatever the hell that's going to be used for. Once that, I mean, we'll see with the Crimson Curse. Right now it's not doing anything besides making my guys kind of weaker and flimsier. Yeah, it proves that a much grander structure. I do like that a lot. The ambiance of this place is really cool. I do like this area a lot, actually. It's very cool looking. I approve of the new design. The DLC art has not lost its touch here in this game. Very, very cool. Alright, so we've got another fight in the hallway, and it looks like that Curio is not a fight, so... What am I checking here? What am I looking at exactly? I don't know what the hell I'm checking here. Was it? Oh yeah, I was deciding whether to use a torch or not. And I'm like, oh, it's a short dungeon. We're probably not going to have the greatest accuracy for this fight, at least. Whatever it may be. Interesting. Oh, there's the guard buff. Oh yeah, that's right. This is the protect me thing. Remove me. And 33 prot. Great. So we're going to try to bleed some stuff. As usual, try to get that harvest going. Boom, there we got the dodge even, which sucks because that was a prot buff, not a dodge buff. That's really unlucky. Really unlucky. Rampart. We can go ahead and try to stun something, but we want to stun some damage dealer here. Forgot that they're not stunnable. Duh. So that was pretty fucking stupid. Forgot that again that they're not stunnable. Like, I told you, man, I was going to forget that twice, I think. I think that was the time when I'm like, alright, for fuck's sake, they're not stunnable. That's a dead guy before he got to move, which is awesome. There's a little bit of blight, and so there's a little bit of blight. As usual. Not a very strong blight, though, which is good. That kind of scared me last time when I saw it. Some nasty stuff going on, in all honesty. Restoration! Healing up the main guy because he's getting a little low. He's been doing this. Enraging Slight. That's I like that. And he moves him forward. Bitches! Get in the blood! And no Crimson Curse this time. Yay! Those guys seem to apply it really, really easily, so we gotta be careful. They have a very high chance to apply the Crimson. What do you got? We got this done. We got this done. And we got Finale. They set me up for Finale, baby.
Decimated.
Booyah! Ha ha ha! Says I. That's why I keep Finale. In case they drag the Jester forward, we have a way to get back and to do some ridiculous damage. And then also just sit there and start stress relieving. Like I said, most of the Jester's damage does come from the dots, so even if you make like a Finale and then just bleed, like Finale Dirk Stab, like a pure damage build, which would be Finale Dirk Stab, Slice Off, and maybe the other one, which I forget, what's it called? Harvest. Like, then it's still okay, because most of your damage from bleeds anyway. Dirk Stab is going to be pretty much useless as you move up the way, but details. So we're going to try to keep healing here, probably. I'm just a little concerned about my bleed stacking a little too hard. We're about to get into half health here, so that's going to help us pop a big heal and make everything better. And how we're deciding how the hell we're going to try to pull this off. We're going to try to go ahead and crush this, but if we kill it, this guy's going to be so low, it's 18 damage, he's actually going to die in between fights. So I actually don't want to kill this right now, which is kind of scary. I'm going to take a really weird choice and guard him instead. Because he's actually really close to getting wrecked here. So you got to be a little careful. And he's got fatter, which is a little scary. Try to remove that bleed. There we go. That's what I wanted to do, because that's just way too much freaking damage for one round. Now, the problem is this guy is healed up, and he's going to do nasty stuff to our face. But I think that 18 damage on the bleed is not acceptable with the Flagellant. There's like, you got to run that a little more carefully. When we hit the bleed, then he's dead. And we hit the bleed, so booyah. All well and good. Flagellant doing the work. And I got to say, that new class really is growing on me something fierce. I am liking it a lot. The mechanic is clever. And we're going to get, if we succeed on this, we're going to get that relic with the tooth, what gives him more HP. We've got 3 pieces of the blood, so that's really good. Success. I don't know if it's promises success yet, but it's getting better. Eat a little bit of food now. Chow. Make sure we got some chow, because it's not getting any better, I don't think. It's not getting any better. Let's just tap out and get ourselves a little more healing. There's more mandibles. This guy again shoves his hand in there, and again avoids the bleed, so... Okay, if you're gonna do that, at least you're getting something out of it. They got some food, and I was like, oh, did we only eat one food? But actually there was 3 food in another stack there, so that's not true at all. For a minute I thought that the Crimson Curse makes people not eat food, but that's not true at all. I just forgot there's a 3 stack in another position. And again, we got one of these. Last time we lit it on fire. We're probably gonna do that again, just for shits and giggles. But I don't think anyone really needs stress relief at this point, so I guess in retrospect I could have left it, and then when I would eventually loop back, but I was just like, fuck it, let's just do it and get out of here. The sooner the better. Maybe we'll see the curios when we want to loop back, because that was kind of my judgment call there. And again, I took the shortest possible walk, shortest possible random walk to a new room. No scouting, so we're not really sure what's going on here, but nasty fight is what's going on here. Nasty fight. So we're like, okay, well, it's gonna suck. We're gonna go do this again. I gotta say, for a short level 0 dungeon, this is quite the challenge. Yeah, we're like, those other guys are definitely stun resistant, so let's go stun one of these little mosquitoes. Flying mosquitoes. That's the... I like this spin on the vampire thing, right? Like the whole bloodsucker thing, that actually made them like legit like bloodsuckers, like actual mosquito bloodsuckers, not just vampire bats, which are definitely rare. And I was like, oh shit, I forgot to reestablish people. So like that was dumb. Could have had a nice bleed going, but no, I was too stupid to. Almost tried to stun the unstunnable. Almost. That would have been fucking dumb. So I tried to crush the mosquito. I crashed him. These are annoying. I mean, they do blight a bit. I probably should have gone after that kill, honestly. I shouldn't just depend on the bleed to kill him. But I was pretty much thinking that the thing got fat, so we gotta kill him before he starts doing his damn bombing run thing. But here we're just gonna try to go for bleeds. Ideally we can hit them, and we hit both, which is great. So the supplicant is effectively dead now. Oh god, and a Crimson Curse on a 3rd party member. Yay! We're all mosquito vampire things. Goody gumdrops. Well, what are you gonna do? That's the way it goes sometimes. Anyway, we're gonna try to stun up some stuff. Not the guy that's immune, but the guy who can actually be stunned. We missed the stun, of course. It was a 40% with the 20 over the 100, so an 80% chance to stun. We missed it, which sucked. Like, that seemed unlucky, but hey, that's XCOM. I mean Darkest Dungeon. I mean games that apparently I play, which I like suffering through. Here we go again, trying for the bleed. Bleed for 4 is just enough to get that thing dead. He feels faint. We don't care. We're going to try to rampart and stun that guy. Maybe this will work. And it worked. So that guy's going to bleed to death. That guy's going to bleed to death. Everyone's going to bleed to death except the lead mosquito. We're still going to be able to do a bombing run on us, which I'm a little concerned about. So there's really not much I can do about it. Look at that. All those bleeds dropping. All those bleeds dropping like stones, baby. And there's like basically no point to do that because he's not going to get played.
Abatement.
Got rid of the blight. All well and good. And now we punish. Should we punish or should we heal? Like, we're going to take more damage than it's worth, and we resist the bleed. So that was definitely not worth it. That sucked. First is annoying because he was healing off of that, so he's at full health now, which is really crappy, but okay, can't do anything about that. We'll just keep going, doing our thing, and hoping we'll succeed in the interim. Rampart. So it's stun skill chance, but not stun resist, so we can still stun him, which we did. All good, but our man-at-arms is getting just a wee bit low in health, so I decided to kill this thing before it gets any worse. Ideally, we hit the bleed here, and we did. It's dead. We'll go ahead and try to get some stress relief. Yeah, Plague Doctor is not doing great. She's having a bit of a rough time here. La Bandera doing his thing, keeping everyone good. Cujo Fire is keeping our man-at-arms up 1 HP at a time. And we won't kill it yet. Maybe we'll get another heal in. Maybe not. It's a pretty quick little bug, so we'll probably go first. But we managed to get a stress heal in. It's not too bad. We're going to go ahead and probably reduce the Plague Doctor again. Indeed. That stress can't get too high. And we're doing a really good job of managing that, at least. So that was a rough fight, honestly.
These nightmarish
and we got
creatures can
another
be felled. They
direction.
can be beaten.
We're going a little further. So I'm like, alright, well, let's see what's out there, I guess. Not seeing anything in the hallways, so it's kind of sad that we don't see a curio at any point. But honestly, at this stage, we gotta just keep going, I think. So I'm like, I don't know, don't do it. I didn't go forward. Why didn't I go forward? I thought I went forward. Oh shit, okay. Why did I do this? Oh, because I was afraid, like, that's a continuation. Okay, no, this was my logic. I remember this now. I was thinking, like, these were all dead-end rooms, and because this one's not a dead-end room, like, oh, that continues the dungeon. Let me check back to the other places to see I haven't missed a curio. There you go. That was my logic, I think. So here, and then I realized that, yeah, okay, that's what happened. Now I remember what happened. Yeah. And then I was like, oh shit, wait, they're not dead-end rooms. Maybe that is. I should have just gone forward and done that one. So, yeah, I had an annoying moment there. I kind of kicked myself for that one. I'm like, all right, well, fuck it. We're gonna have to, like, backtrack 4 times. But again, there's no really lacking torchlight here. But we got a nice scout. That's a battle, and a quest location and a curio. So we don't want to take that fight at all, because it doesn't look like there's a curio or anything on the way. We got the scout, so luckily we got a scout. I think it was from the flowers, which is a little weird. I'm not sure we could do that, but hey, we're just gonna backtrack to the middle room and try to go up north and see what happens. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. There is no reason to do anything else. I don't want to take up a random fight. I don't have to. The fights here are nasty, man. For an early little, yeah, a little, but for an early dungeon, craving the blood. Ah, yes, now I figured out how this works. They're craving, which means they're even less good, but faster. So I'm like, okay, let's give him some blood and see what happens, because they're craving this shit. So, like, here you go. There's your cocaine. And now they crave violence, which means they got damage, speed, resists, but less bleed resists. So, interesting. The mandibles, we're going to check out. What's up? And nothing happens. So, we didn't have any bandages. We can test that one. And there's the quest location, so I'm like, yay, good. I'm glad to see that. And now we're going to try to beat some stuff up. So this looks like a relatively simple fight. These two aren't too scary. Nice crit. That guy is dead no matter what. That's just some stress, so no biggie. We'll get rid of that, no problem. We're very good at reducing stress. So we're going to do that first. Like I said, this fight is not exactly a high damage fight, so we're going to take the opportunity to get rid of some stress, to get rid of some damage, and kind of get loaded up for the next one. So probably going to do Rampart here. Yeah, exactly. Yep, because I'm not like, wow, we're critting all over the place, son! It's good! Oh, that guy sounded so sad when he died. That's okay. It's okay, little buddy. You'll be alright. Alright, restoration. Getting the bleed on. Getting my bleed on, getting my snack on. 15, yeah. We got a blood snack going now. It's like, give me some of that. So we got one craving maniac. It's kind of scary. We're gonna try to crush this guy, and he dodges on that 16 dodge. He's pretty dodgy. That usually doesn't happen that often, so don't do that. It's not gonna work. Oh, we got the blight. Oh crap! I forgot. We actually got the blight. Oh, that's funny. I thought we failed. So, disease resist. Interesting item. Probably not going to be used at all. Probably sell it for cash. But anyways, Thronging Hive. Go! It has been burned with the pitch-soaked torch. So we're going to continue on to see what's up there. We got 2 out of 3, which is nice. That's almost 66% done with the quest. So I mean, that's the only thing that matters, right? We don't have to clear the area. And there is a blood fountain, or something like that. It's creepy fucking looking. A damned fountain. We're just like, alright, holy water, done. And that was stress relief. I'm like, well, shit, that didn't do much, did it? So, okay, well, interesting, but that is holy water, like a lot of these fountains are, these, like, altars and things. It kind of look like one of those. I'm like, alright, that makes sense. Sometimes the curio stuff, interactions really do make sense. I remember the first time I played this on channel, it was utterly ridiculous. We were getting the cabinets, and I'm like, I lost out of keys, I was so pissed. I'm like, let's use a shovel on the cabinet, and it actually worked. I was like, holy crap, that was awesome. So, sometimes they line up, these little curio interactions. They're fun to learn. We're going to avoid the battle. It's unnecessary. We don't want to take it. It's, why would we take an unnecessarily battle? And he's craving. Oh no, the other guy's craving. That's what happened. I must have the blood, he says. Yeah, so we're probably going to, yeah, there we go. Give him blood. I am the fury. I will drink from mine enemies. Indeed. Scary stuff, really. But that guy's really low on health. So we're going to pop him up a little bit. Not so he goes over his 50% area. And like I said, we have one more set of food for the hunger event, so we can go through there. We want to tab him up a little bit because he's a little low. He will get a big heal off regardless, but I was just like one sneeze and he's dead. These ghoulish flowers. Now everyone's like bleeding when they talk, like moving on. Glub, 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 glub. Glub, glub, says the blood, glub, glub. And we've got this creepy thing, whatever the hell it is. It's a curio. She is a curio, apparently. She's a curious curio. A living curio. Mysterious figure, not fully human, not fully insect, kneels here upon the ground. Harmless enough, and re-stress out. Fool me once. Shame on you? I don't know. It's one of those. It was a GW moment. Alrighty, so I'm like, well, this is really long, and now I'm beginning to worry that maybe that fight extends to another location. I'm like, we're here to backtrack all through these rooms, and I'm like, this is not going to be sustainable. I'm running out of health. I'm running out of options here. So I'm a little worried. And then we see this son of a bitch.
Mutation. Yeah. Unnatural and abhorrent.
Unnatural and abhorrent. Agreed. Then I look at these bulrushes, and I'm just like, okay, yeah, this is like the pews in the Prophet fight, but worse. But worse. Can't really do anything to them, so it's really going to be a matter of targeting the back row. So I'm like, well, all I have is a freaking, all I have is a blight. So I'm not really sure how that's going to even work. But alright, whatever. We got a big heal off at the beginning. It's quite alright. Can't even retribute. No, we can retribute. I was like, can we retribute if we miss something and still get riposte? And you'll see right here that the answer is yup, which is great. So I'm like, alright, well that way if he does something from the back row, I can at least riposte him to death. I mean, it's going to be a real fight, but I'm like, alright, paying dividends, baby.
The will to fight falters.
But we definitely got hit hard on the Plague Doctor, and he is 80% blight resistant. So in a way, I'm just like, this does not make sense to do anything with. I'm just going to stun him because he's 50-50, and we have a 20% extra trinket, so it's a 70% chance to stun each time we toss that. And he gets 2 moves to our 1, so if we can reduce the number of times he moves, we're actually okay. And like any fight where the enemy has multiple moves, dots are going to be valuable because every time he moves, he takes that dot damage, right? So we're trying to make the most of that kind of situation. He lost his stun buff from getting stunned that one time, so we're either going to crush or rampart. I think I just started to rampart here yet. Trying to get the stun back up. And here's just the stun, which sucks. But okay, Swarming Corruption. But again, hitting that riposte. God, I love riposte so much. I need more Highwaymen and more Man-at-Arms, honestly, because they are so good with that. Absolutely so good. So we're going to keep running the stuns, which is pretty much the only thing the Plague Doctor can do besides heal bleeds, which we haven't really hit yet. So, because obviously we saw some abilities that do generate bleeds. You got to be careful with those. Can't overstack them. But this is good. I mean, look, we got him down to 3/4, so I was pretty happy with how things were going. And this is just the stun buff right now, so we can't do anything with him. This was so stupid. I was like, let's try to Plague Grenade him. I have a 20% chance of success. Yeah, that was a great fucking idea. So I thought I criticize my own actions now. I was like, yeah, that's dumb. Got pulled forward, and we got a bigger bleed, so now we're bleeding for 5, so we will die if we don't heal, but luckily that activates our major healing ability. And he resisted bleed. Problems, baby. I am the blood god. Oh, nice. Reducing of stress. But we're going to redeem. We need big heals. We need fat heals. So we're going to give it on the Plague Doctor because those stuns are keeping us alive, and he's probably the flimsiest one of the bunch. And a big old crit heal. God, I love this class. Come to me, pray. And we fixed ourselves. Look at this. So that Bloodlust is quite interesting, actually. It's positive or negative. We missed it. He's got a 10% dodge chance. We have the accuracy trinket for an 85% shot like that. We basically missed the 90% there. But luckily, we finally landed a freaking bleed. Yay. So let's try to land a stun and complete our day. And we do. So, I mean, okay, can I just say, like, this is a level 0 or green dungeon, I guess we'd call it. And this is tough stuff, man. This is a rough one. I'm actually going to guard my Jester because my Jester is quite low on health. We got to be very careful with how that goes. Going to knock this down. We're going to stack the bleed some more, I'm afraid. We just did bleed, but we're already at half health, so we're going to go ahead and make a big fat heal on the Jester and myself. Beautiful. So we're going to keep those heals popping. As long as those bleeds are rolling, we're actually going to be quite okay on the healing front, I feel like. But he loves hitting that flagellant, bruh. He loves hitting that flagellum. That bleed is about to expire, which will bring us down to, again, half health and make another big fat heal. Don't do that. Don't do that. Stun it. Oh, I can't stun it right because it's in the front row. And again, it's not going to work. I was like, I didn't want to remove the bleed, actually, for the first time. And I'm like, what is this now? And he is currently damage and prot buff. I'm like, that's scary. Damage buff? No thanks. And he got 20 prot now. So this gets a little harder. I'm going to keep the retribution up, because that riposte has been doing money. Every time he does that massive AoE attack, we get a strike on him. So that's critical. Critical to success. So I'm very happy with how that's going on. That was a good choice. Okay, good. The need abates. Alright, so he's back to passive Crimson Curse. But again, he's healing mostly, so not a big deal. Keep that up, because our man-at-arms is tanky anyway. Let's get that Jester up where he needs to be. All good. So try to keep some more bleeds. He's resisted a lot of bleeds. He's got 50% resist. So we've really been quite unlucky with that. We've been resisting a lot of bleeds compared to what I should be doing. But we keep the stuns up at least, which is nice. That prevents him from using all the extra damage buffs and stuff. We keep shifting him around, so I'm not sure if that changes what he can do. I haven't seen him teeth rake from back there, so I think maybe that's kind of helping us out too. He's not able to do like all the stuff he wants to do. But that's a big ability. There's a lot of damage, but every time he does that, he does get riposted, so that's really, really solid. And I'm like, okay, well, you know, our health is alright. We gotta kind of get him down, but I gotta keep my man-at-arms up. So as much as I want to punish this guy, I'm gonna try to stack that bleed up so we can get bigger, fatter heals up. And again, we're trying to get rid of that potent damage buff as much as possible, because he does that a lot. Bleed, hit bleed. And I was like, oh, guaranteed bleed. And this is when I learned that critting doesn't actually guarantee the bleed. I had no idea that was a separate roll. I thought once you crit, you guarantee the bleed for an extended duration. Apparently that's not the case. If you roll the bleed, though, you do have an extended duration bleed. This, I can't. Yes, you can. And we also have Finale, which is pretty sick, so we can do that. I'm like, yes, Finale, baby. Give me that Finale, baby. And I'm worried about stacking the bleed a little too high here. But then I risked it anyway. Because I was like, okay, if he goes down too hard, I can't, like, this guy does damage, right? So I can't actually die from the bleed. That would really, really suck. Well, I can die from the bleed, which is the whole point. I don't want to die. Let me rephrase. So here I'm like, Finale! And I can't touch the back row with Finale because the stun just threw it off. So I was like, oh no. So I just moved back. I was so excited. I'm like, I'm going to do so much beast damage to this. Am I a human or merely a vessel from the blood? That's so metal, dude. I love this. That's like totally metal though. That's super metal. Am I human or merely a vessel from the blood? Some Dio rocking out. Hell yeah, doing that riposte, baby. Doing that riposte. We got big heals, which are gonna go on our Jester, even though our man-at-arms really needs it. Jester is way flimsy. We got a fat crit on our Flagellant, so good on him, man. Lurking Fear again, moves to the third position, gets the damage and prot buff, so we, guess what, are gonna stun him, because we do not want him getting that damage buff out of us. And again, back to the fourth row, which kind of sucks, so not much I can actually do to him beyond just setting up Retribution. Man, like I tell you, every time there's a new dungeon or a new place, I'm just gonna take a class of Retribution, like Man-at-Arms or the Highwayman with Riposte. Riposte, I'm trying to say. It's such a useful ability, like such a useful ability. I like it very much. I bleed. Reclaim, thank you. I'm so weird, like I'm healing now with the Flagellants. I almost forgot what it's like to heal with Vestals. It's actually just a press a button, get health. It's kind of just a weird idea for me right now.
Injury and despondence.
No one wants to die here.
Or cowardice.
What grievous injury. Society. Alright, so we can't really do anything here, which kind of sucks. So like, alright, we're gonna defend someone. I guess we're gonna defend the Jester. Jester's getting wrecked, legit. Like, every time that ability hits, it hits him for like 8 or 10. It's kind of crazy. Lurking Fear, the damage buff. So when he does that, and he does the damn ability, it's kind of scary.
The ground quakes.
Bleed. We got a nice bleed, so he's almost dead from that bleed. He has 18 HP and he has 15 now, unless he can heal up. That's what I started worrying about at this point when I started making all this progress. I'm like, if there's an ability he has that he can heal up with, that would suck so much. So we're like, okay, let's hope he doesn't have one. Because we've definitely been in this fight so long that we're starting to lose ground a bit. Our healing's not really keeping up anymore. Though our Flagellant's doing a good job of that. I'm not saying he's like underperforming, but goddamn, man, like it's been kind of ugly. So we're going to try to de-stress ourselves so we don't actually stress out. Because when our de-stressor stresses out, then everyone stresses out. So, like, alright, we're going to do that right. Try to get this done. Battlefield medicine. Wait, do I want to remove the bleed? And I'm like, no. Because I actually want to do something else with that. I actually want a big heal. So I need to try to maybe do it. But I'm like, that's so stupid. Why am I doing that? Can I just battle heal somebody? So I was like, yep, let's battle heal the Jester. Battle heal the Jester. There you go. Okay, I remember that thought process. So I'm like, that would be a waste. But you've got big heals now. Great. And again, the Jester, because he seems to be so vulnerable. Like, seriously, he takes so much damage. He gets targeted a lot, though. Like, in all honesty, he gets targeted by Toothrake a lot. Here we go. We're going to try to get the Repose back up. So he's at 12, and I think that's a guaranteed kill from the bleed. Yeah, so unless he heals, he's dead in 3 rounds. Issue is you got to survive 3 rounds. Yeah, here's Teethrake is a front row ability. Only. He pulls people forward. But here, I'm just like, fuck it, crush him. 8. So now he moves, he's dead, and that's great. So now we've officially won the fight. There's nothing left for us to do except try and survive. Except for the fact that I realized something very interesting here. I realized that my Plague Doctor has a bleed that's going to kill him. Yeah. Plague Doctor has a bleed that's going to kill him. Like, ooh, Tyrant's Fingerbone.
Be wary.
This seems really bad, though.
Triumphant
3 speed, minus
precipitates
plus 10,
a
but
dizzying
minus 50%
fall.
max HP. That's so bad. That's so bad. Like, I really don't like that item. That's such a big HP hit on a class that's already flimsy. I'm not comfortable with that, but here I'm saying, holy crap, he's gonna die from the bleed. Because if it was only 2 ticks, he wouldn't, but it's 3 ticks left. So I gotta, like, get it nice and even. Now, the problem is we're out of food at this point. So if we get a hunger event, we're gonna get screwed for everybody. And I'm like, oh god, there's more to this. I thought that was the end of the dungeon, like there would be like a curio right next to it or something, but there's a curio at the end of this hallway. I'm like, if there's another thing that pops up here and tries to kill us, it's gonna be really, really bad. I think we're red. So much blood. And there's the hunger event. Get bent over, says the game. Enjoy your damage, enjoy your stress. Oh, so pissed at that, man. We could have avoided that, but we got really unlucky with the bleed. So I was like, alright. Wasn't going to try and risk the death, though. And there we go. Here's a trap disarm. We got 70, we got 50, and we got 80. So the Jester's going to do it and fail. No, I'm kidding. We got it. That would have been just one last FU from the dungeon. So I'm kind of really glad I controlled the stress throughout. But you see how high everyone's stress is here? Yeah, it's pretty damn high. But we have the quest item in there, so I'm thinking like maybe this will be another surprise fight or something. So luckily, oh, sigh of relief. There's not. Pitch-soaked torch. Get rid of the thronging hive and call it a day. Get us to the hamlet. Get us there now.
In those younger years, my home was a hive of unbridled hedonism. A roiling apiary where instinct and impulse were indulged with wild abandon. A bewitching predator slipped in amidst the swarm of tittering sycophants. Though outwardly urbane, I could sense in her a mocking thirst. Driven half-mad by cloying vulgarity, I plotted to rid myself of this lurking threat in a grand display of sadistic sport. But as the moment of murder drew nigh, the gibbous moon revealed her inhuman desires in all their stultifying hideousness.
That's freaky. Woo! Yeah. At first I was like, oh, she's totally hot. But I'm like, oh, okay, never mind. No. Monster mosquito thing. Yikes. Oh, well. Best laid plans, eh? But we survived! And that was a tough run. A tough level 0 run. Come on, man. Nasty, nasty. But we did get the chip tooth, so the Flagellan's happy. We're all falling apart. Plus 10 dodge, it's grayed out. Maybe it's like a set or something. But 20% max HP is fantastic. That's actually really, 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 really good for Flagellants, because then they're like sitting at 50%. It's not as dangerous, which is good. But we have 3 people infected by the Crimson Curse, which sucks. We get Thanatophobia, which is okay. Nervous really sucks, so we're gonna try to probably remove that from the good old fish head at the sanitarium. Plus 10% stress, just baseline. Really, really sucks. That's one of my least favorite ones, so I'm gonna have to probably try to pull that off.
These swarming fiends carry a pernicious plague. A sickness so virulent, so insidious, It is more a curse than a mere disease.
Yeah, and this I didn't expect. I was like, what? Hamlet's restored to a livable level of degeneracy once more. The dispersal of this pestilence to the surrounding environs, however, seems inevitable. And I'm like, all regions will experience a growing infestation. What the hell? So I'm like, all right, well, apparently we just released the insect rather than burning them to death. I was like, I thought we killed them with fire. But Saint has become one with the pain, refuses to stop flagellating. He is still flagellating. Saint is still whipping his own ass. Go figure. Почему еще себя бьешь? Бьешь? I don't remember. Beat is to beat. I don't remember how that's conjugated. Oh, it's been a while since I spoke Russian. Holy crap. But anyways. Yeah, so now we see we can actually
Just
do runs.
as I feared. Now loosed from their brackish prison, they will spread like locusts across our land.
Like locusts. So we have an invitation to the Baron. It's a level 3, so we're not going to do that. Baron's Lash, the Viscount's invitation, and the thing on the right I didn't look like. Town event, a veil lifted. I'm not sure what that is. There we go. Linus Warpaint is for the Hellion. There we go. So yeah. So now apparently we can actually do runs in the courtyard, which is pretty interesting. But we're probably going to do something somewhere else. The Punishment Hood. Less healing skills. That's not good. I would not take that. That, I'm probably what I'm going to go for. The common melee skill increase. That's going to really help out the leper. But I hope you've enjoyed this kind of ex-post commentary. I tried to do the best I could, giving you, reconstructing my thought process, but sometimes things don't work the way they should. When your legs don't work the way they used to before. I also might want to go for the Blinding Satchel because it's pretty good for grave robbers. Details. But anyways, I've been Nurse. I'll see you all next time in the Darkest Sanguine Stank Estate in the pit. And hopefully the recording software will actually work properly. So, until next time, I've been Nurse. Till then.